We're going to Central Coast today. There's a real estate agency there. A real estate agent here owns 5 real estate agencies, so Stone Real Estate. So they've got their, I forgot what it's called, but it's the start of year warm up for their team and stuff. The owner asked me to go there and speak to him about my life, how I overcame adversity, how I had built something from scratch, lost it, was in a dark spot and then built it again. I don't know how much detail he wants me to go into because my past is a bit checkered, let's put it that way. So we'll see how it goes. So go there's, I think there's 45 real estate agents or something, so it should be good. Plus good networking as well.
All right, guys, this is a good friend of mine. Like I said, I gave you the intro before, so I won't say too much in front of him. Don't know how he's going to take it. So, going to give a bit of an insight into his story and then what he's done, how he's grown his business, what he does. And I think it's important for a lot of you guys because I was just speaking to him then. He's even from starting his own company, he's now got people that are franchised with him in his business. He's grown partners, he started agents or brokers from nothing, but it's more about the mindset of how his journey that I really want you guys to have a listen to and go from there. All right, welcome.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do I need this or can you hear me without it?
Use that one if you want to talk, whatever.
I'll talk whatever.
Right.
So my name is Bora. I own B Money Finance. You may or may not have seen me online. I'm pretty active online. But Abdullah asked me here to talk about my story. And my story is maybe not so blue-collared, but I'll keep it as somewhat G-rated as I can. Let's go back a bit. Years ago, I was working in a phone shop, Vodafone store, and I always wanted more. I didn't know what I wanted, but I wanted more. Eventually, I got into lending, and if you want to know the story about how I got into it, I'll tell it. But I bought an ANZ lending franchise. I had no lending experience whatsoever, had no experience in dealing with clients on a financial level. It was purely just sales, like essentially what most salespeople, how they start. So I bought that franchise. It was 35 grand plus GST, so 40 grand. I cashed out my credit card. I sold a car, had a bit of savings, and I went towards it. I didn't do anything with that business. I was trying to succeed, but in lending space, it's similar to you guys, right? You sell a house today or you finance a house today, you get paid in about 6, 7, 8 weeks time. So it's a long process to get paid. And when I just started, I had no business. No one knew who I was. There was no history or nothing. Month 7, so in July, I started in 2009. In July 2010, or 7.5 months, I made 12 grand. I go, damn, my life is set. I'm a millionaire. Like I was making 3 grand a month previously. And now someone like me with no real education is making 12,000 a month. I'm like, I'm set for life. Obviously I wasn't, but that's the mindset I had. So I started pushing that lending channel. I pushed the business a lot. I became top 1% lender in the ANZ channel. But then I started making wrong decisions. I started going down the route where you make a bit of money instead of investing it wisely. I did a bit of that, but I spent it on recreational activity. I started partying. I started getting into a drug habit. I started going to gambling, all that kind of stuff. At the start, it was just a little bit here and there. It didn't mean too much, but as time went on, a little bit wasn't enough. Had to have more and more and more. That more and more turned into a lot more. So eventually I was going through a lot of coke and nothing else, but a lot of gambling with it as well. Sorry. I was going through a lot of coke, a lot of gambling. It eventually took an impact on my family life, obviously. Put an impact on my business because, as you know, like we're a service-based business. If you don't answer your phone today, people are going to stop calling you. If you stop answering your phone, they'll go somewhere else. And that happened to me. My income was great. I was earning over 100 grand a month. I'm a young guy. I was driving a Lamborghini. I thought I'm on top of the world. I'm invincible. But I wasn't. And there's drugs and gambling. It slowly took over. I started to spend a little bit more on gambling. By the end, I was spending at least 80 grand a month or 50, 60 grand a month just on that stuff. So with that, slowly, everything started going down. So I had the cars. This over a 10-year period, by the way, so it wasn't like that quick. But I'll narrow it down to 10 minutes. So I had the cars, and then I said, I'll sell the car, I'll buy something else, I'll invest it, whatever. And I didn't. The money went. I said, I'll sell the property, make some money, put it in something else. I didn't. I lost the money. And again, I kept going. Eventually, I had nothing left. I lost my family. I was living in a hotel. I was in a hotel for 6 months. And at this point, I got really bad on drugs. And I actually said to myself, as sad as it sounds, as long as I got coke in my life, I don't care about anything else. It literally came down to that. And I'm ashamed to say it, but it is what it is. And then one day I looked in the mirror. I said, man, I can't go on like this. I'm going to kill myself. I've lost everything. Be a man. I literally looked in the mirror and said, stop being a bitch. Whatever you become, do something about yourself. So I put all my focus into getting off everything. I stopped the gambling. I stopped the drugs. It was very hard, to be honest, but I did stop it eventually. I sold the business. The business I sold, I paid off all my debts. I was in arrears and everything. I paid it all off. And then I had nothing, but I was slowly getting off the gear. And then one day, I remember this clearly, I was laying in bed, had the blankets over my head like a child, scared of a thunderstorm. I had the blankets over my head. I was saying to myself, I wish it all went away. How did it all go wrong? I had everything, and now I have nothing. Where to go wrong? What happened? Obviously, I knew what happened, but how to get this bad? A little part of me said, get up, start working. It sounds corny and like a TV show. A little part of me said, get up, start working, go make those phone calls, get on the computers, do the emails, do whatever you need to do to get your life up and running. So in 2020, I started a new business, B Money Finance. Started out of the bedroom, and by this stage, I was clear-headed, focused. I got bad people out of my life, bad habits out of my life. Literally, my second chance of life, I started again. Started out of the bedroom in 2020, and now in 2026, we've got 4 offices across 2 states, 3 franchise offices. We're opening in Melbourne soon as well. And we're one of the fastest growing brokerages in the country. And it all came down to a mindset. So that shit life, that bad life, I put it behind me. I cut everyone out. I shifted my mindset. I focused entirely on me and getting better. The things I'd learned from doing bad, I put them towards good. Now I've got complete opposite around me. I've got good people around me. I've got good habits around me. I stay away from anyone who does that stuff. Good on you, do it, but don't do it around me. Don't do it in my life. If someone or something is going to bring my life down, I want no part of it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're my brother. I want no part of it. And I focus on that. Now, yeah, we're in the top 1% of brokerages in the country. So my story isn't, that's in 10 years, that's 10 minutes there. In 15 years, 10 minutes there. But just when you have it all and you hit rock bottom and then you start to move up from there, it is possible. We all have our demons, whatever they are. Mine were very bad, all because of me, obviously. But I battled them, I beat them, I'm still battling, as we all are, but you gotta keep moving forward. Yeah, that's my story. Yeah, any questions? Sorry. I know it was very quick, but we'll keep it short.
Has anyone got a question they want to ask before I ask the questions that were sent to me?
What was your why, or like that pivotal moment that changed it?
Towards the good?
Yeah.
I tried to stop many times, but it's very hard to stop. And eventually I just said, I am better than this. There's no way I'm gonna let this thing control me. My whole life, I'd been in control of everything. My financial decisions, my destiny, my personal life, love life, whatever. I said, how can a little white powder control me? I said, my mind is stronger than that. And I said, I've got to prove that I am. So I cut that out, cut out drinking just because it doesn't no good for me. Cut out gambling and everything. But just to prove to myself that I can do it. And I did. Any other questions?
What did day one of the new business look like for you?
Scary, I'll be honest, because even though I had been doing it for a while, it was like, shit, what do? I had all this business, now I'm literally sitting on a small desk in a bedroom in front of a laptop, what do? And I went back to the basics, what I was doing 10 years prior. Yeah, emailing people, cold calling people, the stuff that you think you don't need to do 10 years later because you got the experience. I did what I had to do. I heard someone saying door knocking, letterbox drops. I still do it now, to be honest, letterbox drops. So the basics that I didn't want to do because I thought I was too good for it, I did those again.
Did you reach out to a mentor or a coach to help you through that process, or did you battle it all on your own?
So I tried, this is another funny story, maybe not appropriate, but I'll tell it anyway. So it was I remember one night, it was a Tuesday, Wednesday AM, like 4 AM or something, and I was wide awake. And this whole time, I was in a hotel, and this whole time my wife was saying, you got issues, get yourself checked. I'm like, I've got no issues, I'm fine. Everyone else has an issue, but I'm fine. We all think that way. So 4 AM, I'm awake. I messaged my friend who coincidentally ran a rehab center in the city, in Bondi, and I said, man, I've got issues with coke, I actually want to stop. What do I do? He goes, come, the first thing you do, we sit in a meeting, we sit in a circle, talk about our stories and share ideas and stuff. I said, all right, done. I'll be there in 2 days' time, whenever it was. I can't remember saying this. Anyway, I get there ready to go. I'm in the car, about to go in, and I have a line in the car. I have some coke in the car before I walk in. So I walk in this room, and there's 20 people sitting in a circle, and I'm sitting there, I'm feeling all confident. It's been 25 minutes, and now it's starting to wear off. I'm like, damn, I'm getting anxiety, I'm starting to sweat internally, externally, I don't feel good. So I said, I'll go to the bathroom, I'll be back. Went to the bathroom, had some more, I ran off, never went back. At that point, I said, I can't get help, I'll go do it myself. So I had to force myself to do it. I tried to get help, it kind of went the other way, but I had to force myself to do it. My mind power, I never believed in your mind being powerful. I never believed in that stuff. I was never the guy, yeah, right, whatever. But it's so important. And once I started seeing a little change, man, I just focused so much on it and it worked. And it still works. Like even things like this, talking about it, it still helps me now. Hopefully it helps others. I know it helps people online. And just mind power, once I start seeing a change, I start focusing more and more on that. It's like the old saying, I don't know if it's an old saying, but I made it up. You can't open a door with your hand tied behind your back. So I thought, how can I untie my hand to be able to open the door? And that's what I started focusing on.
How did you face the adversity when bouncing back? Because you've obviously stayed in the same industry.
Yeah.
You did.
It was the worst kept secret, right? Everyone knew that I was bad. Everyone knew there was rumors going on about it. I tackled it head on. I said, yeah, everything you heard is true, probably worse, but this is what it is. I burnt a lot of bridges along the way as well. So I actually called them. I said, hey, you know what? I stuffed up. I'm sorry. You might have heard the stories. The stories are probably true, but this is me now. I've stopped. All that life is behind me. A lot of people didn't believe it. They said, yeah, no worries, whatever, man. And then they ignored me until they saw, okay, I'm actually legit now.
And did you rebuild those relationships?
Yeah, most of them, yeah, I did. The ones I wanted to, I did. There were a lot of people who I didn't want the relationship in the first place.
Well, it was related to that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you said that you ruined a lot of...
I did. I burned a lot of bridges. Even like real estate agents who would try to refer me clients, and I'm not returning their clients' calls. It makes you look bad, right? So I had to build that relationship up again.
Yeah, so have you repaired?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, had to. Like, being honest works. It's a shameful thing to do. It's not, standing up here talking about, I had coke and gambling addiction. It's not a good thing to talk about. But honesty works. And I think some people appreciate it. Some don't. Some people say, oh, what a junkie. But we're not for everyone, right? We're never going to impress every type of client.
What steps did you take, or what was your rebuild? What was your blueprint to rebuild?
Yeah, so I went back to the basics, but also that was in a business point of view. From a life point of view, I did the opposite of what I normally do. I'm talking complete basic stuff. Like, even I go walk one way, I drive another way. Like, I reset my brain. Man, this sounds corny. I was never the person to believe this, but I reset my brain, changed my diet, stopped watching certain TV, stopped watching TV in general, changed my circle. That was massive. I'd built it once, so I knew there was potential there. I knew that I was good at something. I knew I could do it. So I had to get back there and get back to the basics. How to get there in the first place? By doing good stuff. Doing the right things, whether it's from a business point of view, doing the door knocking and the letterbox drops or social media, just do what works and focus on the best version of myself.
How many times do you go on social media?
Now,
Yeah.
I'm very active.
Yeah.
How many times? I'll post every day. In our business, our, not rule, but our guideline is 3 posts a week as a minimum and 2 stories a day. You gotta understand, social media is it's a business, right? And it's a visual business, and the more you're visual, the more the business will boost you. So the more algorithm boosts you, essentially. I'm talking about Instagram and TikTok especially. So once you're on there and you're active, the algorithm boosts you more and more and more. It's a world we're in, man. Like, I'm sure once we go outside, everyone's gonna be on their phone straight away. Liking it, hating it, whatever. It's out there.
What do you believe broke you that made you spiral?
I think it's just bit by bit. I enjoyed the party life. I enjoyed the hotels. I enjoyed the penthouses. I enjoyed the boat parties, whatever. But eventually, it's the addiction that takes over the enjoyment. Eventually, I couldn't function without Coke. And then once that overtook, and I was addicted before I realized I was addicted. And even people around me would say, you're having too much. I'm like, no, I'm fine. But I was definitely having too much. A lot.
Last thing, do you do goals every year, and have you got goals?
Not really, no. Business goals, yeah, I have business goals, what we want to do in the business, in a macro point. So from a large point, what goals we have, narrow it down slowly, how we're going to achieve it. But my personal goals are just being the best I can every day. Like, there's no real personal goals. I've achieved personal goals. Now it's just business goals. Because my business is my baby, it's my life, as I'm sure it is for everyone here. So I just focus on me being a better version of me and learning from my past, importantly.
Do you still have to work on a daily, do you reckon?
I don't, but I remember that, I'm not perfect, and none of us are. So as much as social media is a fake world, it portrays this world that everyone's perfect, everyone's happy, we're not. Everyone in this room is battling their demons at home, at work, whatever, and we just gotta remember that. Just focus on what you do. We're actually talking in the car on the way here. I'm very big on everything positive around me. I'm not saying, oh yes, you can do it, not that kind of positive. I'm more big on getting negativity out of me. Whether that's the food I eat, the alcohol I drink, but more so the people around me, man. It's so important. I can't stress, I'm sure, again, most of us would know how important people are around you. They're gonna make you or break you. In that life, I was getting broken and I was breaking myself and I was enjoying it. I thought I was until I hated it. But now I'm like, I'm making it. The people around me are helping us grow together. Now people around us are growing.
When you were getting off the addictions and stuff like that, did you hit it hard with like going cold turkey, or did you like wean off? What was your
Cold turkey was the way. I tried to wean off. It wasn't possible. So I had even stopped a few times. I said, I'm being good for 2 months. I'll give it a go. No, straight back to my old habits. In the end, I said, cold turkey, that's it. I started going to the gym. I started doing MMA, a bit of mixed martial arts, just to get that addiction towards something else. I started getting my hit from there. But yeah, cold turkey was the only way. Weaning it didn't work. When I did go to that meeting I was talking about, the rehab meeting, one of the questions I was asked to me was, what do you want to do? I said, I don't want to stop, I just want to control it. And that's never going to happen. It controlled me. And so I said to myself, there's no way I'll let a powder control me. How? How's that even possible? Something that big is going to control me. There's no way. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Mindset matters. It matters a lot. Good and bad, it definitely matters. I got a pineapple, bro.
Oh, grab.
But it's not about the money. It's not about 13%, 10%. It's not about that. It's about getting the business bigger and bigger and bigger. So let's say you're a real estate agent, I'm a real estate agent. Our business together worth a lot more than ours separately. That's how we're doing it. We say run your own business, but fucking we're together, man. So when the brand eventually does get sold, We are now the Ray White of mortgages.
Do you have to go in there and rein them in a lot? Like, you're heavily involved in those?
No, not at all.
They
No.
do their own thing.
So the ones who existing licensees, the franchises, they came through the business. So they're quality brokers. They were doing well. They were growing. So we got their track record already. Somebody come from the outside, which we haven't done yet. They'll be different though.
Yeah, okay.
They'd have to be a bit more rules in place, I guess.
Yeah, okay. That's good to know. That's really good.
But it's just harder to like. How can we grow otherwise?
Yeah.
Broking, I guess, agencies, similar kind of thing, man. It's a fucking dog-eat-dog world,
But
man.
no one wants to do the business anymore. That's
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally on the Central Coast. There's 2 principals under the age of 40. Me,
Yeah, okay.
another guy that's got a partner that owns I don't know how much shit.
So what's your story? How do you do it?
So I've got 5.
Yeah.
I'm about to open 6th.
Fuck, good on you, man.
Bro, I've had partners. I've got rid of them.
Can we record this? Do you want to cut it
Yeah,
out?
it's all they can
Yeah.
record. That's fine. Like, we've had partners, we had all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone grows differently. You know, I'm in sales. I haven't
Yeah.
been property. I'm only now after 11 years owning it. I'm dabbling into property management.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Ah, right.
when I was telling you on the
Yeah.
phone, like, I've got my debt and my
Yeah.
massive investment is tied up in my property management.
So how do you run the businesses then?
I've got, so the guy at the front, funny enough, he's one of my ex-business partners. He's
Right.
so I've got a general manager, operations manager, marketing manager, accounts manager, so from like dollars and cents.
Yeah.
I meet with them every Monday, half an hour, that's it.
And what about the agents?
The agents, man, like I've
They're
only got
contracted?
Nah, it's half are contractors, half are PAYG, but
Yeah,
it's
debit
commission,
credit thing,
credit. But like I've got a lot of seniors around. It's like, so the table at the front, truthfully, he should have his own company. Like, he has his own business.
Right.
I've given him an office. He just runs it. I don't get involved.
And what do they get out of it? Commission split?
They're on a higher split than what they
Okay.
would get normally anyway.
Right.
Because the way I look at it is, man, I've got a mindset like mine. I'm 35, so I'm playing a game for
Still
another
young,
20 years.
yeah.
A lot of these guys are 50, so they need to make as much
Yeah,
commission as they
yeah.
can get out of them. So if I give them a higher split, take care of all of it for them. So they don't. I literally, like, there's 2 offices I reckon.
So they manage their own team and everything?
Everything, they've got their own team, plus then they deal with my management team. So if they need anything for the office, they need any extra marketing, and they want to take their team to lunches tonight, just it's all
Who
approved.
pays the commissions and stuff?
We pay them the commissions,
Right.
but then anything they do for the office and the team, for their team environment, we cover ourselves.
Yeah, okay.
Because, man, you make it attractive enough. I know how hard it is to run a business,
Yeah.
obviously, and especially the real estate industry. Man, like, some of the splits they're getting out there, but not everyone wants to have a business. So I'm happy.
Yeah,
to give
correct.
them-
Some people just want to have an income.
100%. So I'm happy to give them the business, give them an office to run. We do our compliance, make sure it does all that stuff. They do their thing.
Yeah.
The sales team mostly are seniors. I don't really take on many of the younger junior
Right.
ones, and the ones that do come in go under some of my senior agents anyway. But man, the thing that I wanted to get into, honestly, is the buyer's agent side of things. Because, do you know, I say this all the time, buyer's agents got created because agents are so fucking lazy and entitled.
Yeah, probably,
Bro,
yeah.
it's a fact. Like,
It's
they-
agency, it's the business coming in, it's kind of easy. It's house sells itself,
because
as a
these
lot of
guys-
people say.
These guys just want to chase listings, right?
Yeah.
The buyer service, like, I've got Jamil, my little cousin,
Yeah.
he's my buyer's agent.
Is he a cousin?
Yeah, he deals
okay.
with all of our buyers, bro.
Right.
We do 100 plus deals a year, but our service is like on top.
Yeah.
But a buyer's agent's literally got created. I just want to go, like, my team, we're all young men. Like, the highest salesperson I've got, the 2 oldest ones, they've been with me for 20. I've been working with them for almost 20 years,
Wow.
but they've been with me since I started the business day.
Yeah,
one.
okay. How long you had the business for now?
Sorry?
How long you had the business
I
for?
had the business for 11, but I started real estate when I was 17.
So 11 years, you had the one up. What
Started
happened?
with 1
Yeah.
office, 3 staff.
Yeah.
Then last year, before I went through my little midlife crisis, I got it to 50 staff and 5 offices.
In 1 year?
No, last year, in 10 years, I got it
Ah,
to 50.
okay.
First year, 3 staff, 1 office, got it to 50 staff, 1,000 management, 5 offices. And then last year, I dropped it down to 35 staff.
Right.
And now I'm back up to 40 odd, and we're about to do office number.
Still the 5 offices?
About to do 6.
Oh, 6. Oh, good on you, man.
Yeah,
So-
I'm
you really?
say that. Then we had
We're hungry, man. You know we're not going to
I
stop.
had a development business too. That was flying, and they were all similar stories to yours, but I went downhill.
It happens, bro.
It happens, bro, but it happened quick.
Yeah.
Like, I did the whole
It does. It happens slowly and then fucking bang.
Bro, Mark was dealing with my accounts at the
Yeah.
time, and that's why a lot of, like, you think they watched, 80% of those people watched my story
Yeah.
last year. Like, I've just crashed it all, like my development company.
What happened? How? Just because of lifestyle?
Same thing, bro.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I thought I was invincible. Like, I was literally like buying property left, right, and centre,
Yeah.
developing. We have development income, sales income, property management income. I was doing deal like people were ringing me up because they knew because I was young.
Yeah.
Especially, unfortunately, a lot of Arabs and Logs because we're
Yeah.
the only ones on the coast.
What's your background?
My dad's from Pakistan, mom's from Kuwait.
From it? Kuwait?
Yeah,
Okay.
so half the people are ringing us, Muslims ringing us up, we're the only ones around.
Yeah.
So they're ringing us up doing deals.
So how did it all come crashing down?
Here you go, bro. I started resenting, because I was working like 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. Started resenting my wife, started resenting, everyone, because I'm like, everyone's just taking me for money.
Yeah,
I was doing that too.
Yeah.
So everyone's just
And that
taking-
fucks you up a lot.
Bro, I'm just like, I was being, truthfully though, it helped me get rid of a lot of people too.
100%.
Because it also proved that people were, because they were because we
Yeah.
were mentoring together, and they were fueling me with it too,
Yeah.
man. And then, the team were trying to pull me up at the time, and then I started getting through my separation. That, I thought that was what was getting me through my divorce. The reality of it was making it worse.
100%, man. It was the answer and the cause of all my problems.
100%.
I'd have an issue, I'll go get on it. But the issue was because I got on it.
For 6 months, I kid you not, 6 months. So this year that just finished, 2025, was the first time in 10 years that I didn't do 100 sales in a year plus.
Right.
We did 50, and that's because Jamil drilled me. He goes, bro, you're at work you literally worked 5 months last year.
That's the thing, and people look at you as well, like you're the leader. They're looking at you saying, you're not even here, what the fuck?
My wife used to come to my house.
Yeah.
Because I'd be, still going
Yeah.
2 days in. and he'd come to
Did
my
you lose
house.
people because of that? Like as in team members?
One
Yeah, okay.
one person out of it. It was funny because it all started, I got triggered because people were ripping me and I didn't know.
Yeah.
One of my best mates was ripping me, and that's actually what started my spot.
Yeah, okay.
20-year friendship, he ripped me in the building game.
Like I said, money just fucks everything, eh?
Money, I was just open, we had no contracts. We were 20 years friends from school,
Yeah.
no contract. He had money to my redraw, I had money to his redraw.
And then before you know it, it's fucking ripping you off.
That's what started it.
Yeah.
And then just went down.
You know, we look for any excuse, man.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Any
Excuse
excuse.
to get on it.
Oh, what happened? This is the reason. Okay, let's do it.
Bro,
It was raining, let's get on it.
even now, like this at the end of last year, when I was reading, bro, I almost tripped out when I rang you, and I was saying that I can't get finance. Got a letter from
Yeah. I remember whoever it was, yeah.
yeah, they're like, we're not giving you finance. What the fuck for? Your media shit. I'm like, bro, I'm back with my wife.
Yeah, okay.
What are you
Right.
talking about? And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah, that's
we're not
right,
giving you finance, and I already got unconditional on properties, and I needed money.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like,
You sorted it out?
I sorted it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
Obviously
I had
sorted
to
it.
pay the 8% interest rate.
Yeah, okay, right.
So
Nothing's got it.
8% plus fucking 6 million bucks. It's killing me, bro. You said wait till March.
But you got it. Yeah, I think it was about that.
March or April,
Yeah.
whatever. Same as myself when I was super.
Yeah.
But it's good, bro. It's now, but now, look, everyone knew everyone has a downfall, right?
Yeah.
But then the other thing is, I look at it that the people that stuck by me, the loyalty, they know that I've done so much right for them for so long.
A bit of wrong, yeah.
Did one bit of wrong, it's all good.
Yeah.
Now though, they know. Now my head's back. I'm back. In
Now you're clear focused
I'm
of
clear,
everything?
I'm good. They can see it, bro. Even I've been back for 2 weeks, they can see how busy I am. I'm
Yeah,
back into
good.
it, I'm growing. We've already recruited 3 senior agents.
Because it's very motivating, man. Like, if there's someone around you, like, if the office is empty or there's one person there who's a fucking dud, like, you don't want to work, man.
No way.
When people are motivated, hungry around you, getting shit done, it motivates you to do more,
But
man.
the other thing is when you lead the business too, and you're actively not just
100%,
leading it,
man, yeah.
you're giving away your stuff and still performing. For 11 years, I didn't. So the crazy is in my property management business, I don't take the rentals to sell.
Right.
So if a landlord wants to sell, I give it to my team for the last 10 years.
Okay.
This is the first time I'm doing it now because I've got to reward Jamil, my assistant, when they've been
Yeah.
so long. So I'm going to do it this year myself. But bro, when we're generating client numbers without any fucking call-ins or taking
Yeah.
new clients from the phone, we're generating ourselves. Plus, I'm running the business, and it's like if I can do it, like I said before you came, I said high school dropout.
Yeah.
Rackhead, ex-crim apparently, and if I can do it, what can't these
Yeah.
guys do it? It is what it is, bro. Thank you very
Let's
much.
do something together. Let's do some business together, man. Man, it was different. So, like I said, none of us knew what we'd get into. It was a bunch of real estate agents and professionals sitting in a room, and I think it was their training day, whatever it is. Before us, there was someone got to talk about anti-money laundering, and I got up there to talk about my story. I was a bit more open about it, and the main focus of the story was how to overcome adversity. So how, when I was in such a bad headspace, in a bad space in life, how I got over it. And that's mindset, man. Mindset matters. It matters a lot. It sounds so corny because I was never the person to believe it. I say it all the time. When someone said, "Oh, think positive," I'm like, all right, man, whatever. But it really matters, man. Be positive, have positive people around you, do good things, and good things will happen.